Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vase. It's been a long day for me today. I spent the entire day trying to get the new miner working and I completely failed. Well, I didn't even want to stream from over there. First of all, because it was below zero, it was like snowing outside. I'm like on a porch, there's no heat. And yeah, so I'm giving up on mining. That's it, I'm done. At this point, neither of my miners is working. Not the new one, not the old one. And anyway, I don't really have time to discuss why they're both not working anymore. But let's just say I won't be mining for a while because it's just a royal pain in the ass. Let me try not to curse. But anyway, let's just do trading Bitcoin. I gotta get on a flight early tomorrow morning. There may not be a morning show tomorrow. I have no idea. I realized that I'll be, flying at the time we normally do the show. So I gotta, text Leah and Jimmy tonight right after the show, and we'll see if we can do a show tomorrow, or maybe they'll start doing it without me because I'm always traveling. But anyway, we'll see what we can do. So because I don't know if there's going to be any shows tomorrow, I felt that I had to do one today, and then I'm just going to go and pack. All right, I got Mike helping you with questions today. Thanks, Mike. Though this can't possibly be a long show because I got to pack. Like my day was not fun putting together getting that miner to run. Like I said, I'll do another video and I'll try to explain why it doesn't work at all anymore, like none of my miners, and but it doesn't matter. All right. Let me do screen share. All right, usual disclaimer, educational tools, learn trading on my website, Liberty Life Trail. Eventually we'll have a new website. Please check this out. All the information is free, lots of good links. I focus on section 6. So please read section 6 if you feel like asking the question, what the hell are those numbers above and below the candles? If all my free information between these videos and this website is not enough, please check out the consulting section of my website. And if you do want to see me in person, please come and attend one of my trading seminars. I obviously need to update my website. The Austin one is over. The Toronto one is going to take place this Saturday. I'm also speaking at a conference in Toronto on Thursday as well. I should probably find the website for that event. Hold on a second. Let me pull that up. I have to Google for it. I don't even know where I'm speaking because I'm busy. Here's the event. No, I don't want to go to the Eventbrite. I want to go to the conference website. All right, here it is. It's in 1 day, 11 hours. Really? I thought it was the day after. Tomorrow is Wednesday, right? I thought it was on Thursday. I hope it's on Thursday. Otherwise, I might miss it. But yeah, this is the event, right? Yeah, this is the event. There we go. I'm on there somewhere. Anyway, I'm on the list. There I am. Okay. So, and then the week after, I'm speaking in Miami. Let me get you that event. Yeah, I'm Googling for that one as well. Might be a little harder to Google for it. Here it is. Got it. No, but that also takes me to the Eventbrite page. I want the actual website. Why is everything? Oh no, they didn't even go to there. All right, hold on a second. All right, here it is. Got it. Here's the event in Miami that I'm also going to be speaking at. Let me get that in here. So that's where I'm speaking in Miami on, I believe on Thursday. And I forget one of the days. I got to check the agenda. Whichever day, it's a 2-day conference. So I think I'm speaking on day one. Might be Wednesday. And then my workshop will be on Friday as well. So there you go. So that's my schedule for the next 2 weeks. That's where I'll be traveling to. All right, let's get to Bitcoin. I'm not sure how many live viewers we have. I got about 600. All right, so nothing's changed from this morning. I think we're about the same price too. So we're once again, here's the weekly chart. We are being rejected by the trend line here. There's also some Fibonacci lines you can put in that would also show a nice rejection. So I didn't really like this candle closing this high because it reset my sequential counts. And the last time the sequential counts got reset, which was the week of February 26th and the week of March 5th, we then went lower, started a new count, and then that count now got reset. So if we now start a brand new count, the pain could actually be longer than if we would have gone straight down. So just keep that in mind. All right, daily. For the daily, again, so what I said this morning and probably yesterday, this 9 with an arrow off of the 50-day moving average, off of the trend line or close enough, you have other resistance. I mean, you could have taken a stab at a short at any point on this candle. And I also said that this short would have been a little premature. So if you were going to put X amount of money into a short, I would have done it as X over 3. And then I would have added an additional third to this the moment today's candle broke the low of yesterday's candle. So the candle, the little green candle that you see right now, that's already tomorrow's candle, okay? So if tomorrow's candle brings you a brand new low, you can actually put in that final 1/3 as a trader. Now, of course, your stop loss on this trade is very, very easy. I would put the stop loss just above the 50-day moving average. This is where my stop loss would be for this trade, okay? Now, my target for this trade would be here. Now, I am expecting it to go lower, but my current target for this trade is back to the other trend line, okay? And then we'll see, what happens. Maybe it'll, kind of meander into this guy. So we'll see what happens, okay? But this is how I'm looking at it right now. All right. I mean, there's not much to say, right? I mean, everything I talked about this morning, nothing has changed. Here's the 4-hour chart. And I mean, I don't really see anything here, right? So the 4-hour chart, also, according to the indicator that I like, went short here. Your stop loss is probably about the same. Now, the good news for the bulls in this 4-hour chart is that on the next candle, there's going to be a golden cross. I don't know what that means. I don't know how much stock to put in that, but it will happen. The 12-hour chart is the more useful one. The 12-hour chart reacts a little bit faster than the daily chart. I kind of like the 12-hour chart. The 12-hour chart called the 9 perfectly at the high. And right now you're on a 3 of 9. So I would be looking for, at least a touch of the 50-day or the 50 12-hour period, right? And then we'll see. I'll flip to the 1-hour chart. I'm sure, I mean, the 1-hour chart is probably not very useful right now. And it's not. It's like in the middle of nowhere. So I'm not even going to bother. Let's go back to the 12-hour. Let's reset that. So, I mean, that's it. I'll glance at the stock market. It kind of looks exactly the same as it did this morning. And I'll glance at gold. And I don't know why it always puts me all the way on the left. And gold hasn't done anything, but it's getting closer to a breakout. So that's all I have. I am going to recommend this book, even though I haven't read it yet, The Bitcoin Standard. If Jimmy recommends it to me, I am recommending it to you. I trust Jimmy's opinion. I don't have to read it first, but I am ordering it, so I will read it. All right, that's it. Again, check me out in Toronto. Lots of good speakers here. We got Adam Back. We got, I think, Peter Todd. Peter Todd's usually there. I mean, he lives in Toronto. Max Kaiser is going to be there. And hey, Francis. Excellent. Francis will be there. I'm speaking there. A few other people. Oh, Elena of Trezor. Nice. Elena will be there. Lots of cool people. Check that out. And then Blockchain Nation. I will say I am looking forward to meeting Jim Rogers. That should be cool. So I am looking forward to that over at the Miami event. All right. That's my schedule plus my workshops. All right, Mike, throw some questions at me. And while you're putting those together for me, if you like my work and you like to have me be more enthusiastic about bringing you more of these videos, please check out the affiliates and referral section of this website. I tried to get you as many discount codes as I could. BitMax is at 10% on commissions, TorGuard 50% off. Buy the dip shirts, you get a bit of a discount. Hardware wallets discount. If you have noobs that want to learn how to use Bitcoin, please contact Brave the World and Julia Turiansky, of course, the Cryptomatic and all the rest. All right, Mike, questions? Oh, they're in the other tab. Got it. That's where they went. All right, let's see. See what we got here. I saw a tip earlier about the VIX. I don't know what you want me to say about the VIX, right? I mean, I can go and take a look at the chart of the VIX. I don't know if I have. Wait, what did I just do? No, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know if I have a VIX chart because it's not important. Like it's. Okay, so before I get like 100 people yelling at me all over YouTube, because when I say volume's not important and people, overanalyze volume, people overanalyze the VIX. I'm very familiar with the VIX. I know the VIX very well. Let me see. Let me see if I have a chart of the VIX. I probably don't. I don't even have a chart of the VIX. It's generally irrelevant, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Let's make a copy. Let's make it a VIX. I don't understand why people watch the VIX. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like people I guess want to seem important. I have no idea. Like the VIX itself is very important, but it's not really all that useful in your trading. Though I do like how the indicator called the last two tops in the VIX beautifully. Can't even miss this one. Let me put these guys in. It's really cool that I haven't looked at the VIX in ages. Really cool how it called it right here. So I guess that would have been useful. That would have been useful. All right. See, I don't know what you guys want to know about the VIX, right? Let me go to the weekly. Let me go to the monthly. Let me go to the yearly. Like, oh, where's the rest of my data? I guess monthly. Let me drop the candlesticks. I guess we can go weekly. Can I pull it all out? Like, I'm not sure what people look for in the VIX, right? Like, the VIX can stay at an all-time low for years. Years. Like, here's the VIX at an all-time low from 92 through the end of 95. Here's the VIX at an all-time low, or near there, from 2000 and late 2004 all the way into 2007. The VIX was at pretty much all-time low between 2013 and 2014, and then it had a little bit of volatility, and then it went even lower, right? Made a new all-time low probably forever, and it was at the lows all throughout 2016, right? And then just the other day, it kind of like jumped up, right? So, I mean, how does it help you as a trader? I don't understand, right? I'm sorry, guys, I don't. It's like volume. I know volume well. I don't use it in my trading because it doesn't help me. Same thing with the VIX. Like, how does the VIX being at an all-time low for here, the VIX was at 10 or thereabouts. It was there for like a year, right? Like, if you're going to trade off of that, you're going to lose money for an entire year. Like, it doesn't actually help you. Basically, when you are tired of shorting the market because the VIX is at an all-time low and you gave up shorting the market, that's when the market kind of crashed, right? And when the VIX goes up really, really quick, it tends to, go back to the mean. Unless you get like something really, really nasty, like what happened in 2011. So you don't actually know where the VIX is going to stop. So like, it's very important for pricing options, but it's not really useful as a day or a swing trader. It's really not. So I don't know what you want me to say about the VIX chart, other than I thought it was really cool how we ended up with a 9 right here. That's a closing 9, but there was a swing 9. Like, if I go to the candles, actually, I think this is better. Like that's cool. I like that. So could have helped you, but this is a big swing, right? Like, if you time this badly in the middle of the day, you can still get totally screwed. So that's my only thing on the VIX. Like, I don't know. I don't know why people look at it. Like, to me, and I'm an options trader, and to me, it's generally irrelevant. All right, next question. What do we got? Oh yeah, forgot about this. Can I open that? Yeah, so I'm also speaking at like a meetup. Let me download it. Speaking at a meetup on Sunday. I'm not the only one. So you can go ahead and check that out. Mike and Space is going to be there. That looks like Rodolfo, maybe a few other people. There I am. So that's going to take place Sunday, April 22nd. It's got like a $10 cover just to cover the venue cost and stuff. So go ahead and sign up for this meetup. I mean, I'm sure there's details on how to sign up. But check out the Off the Chain event. So that should be a lot of fun. Sunday evening, starts around 5 p.m. So here's your info. And go ahead and check that out. Should be great. If you are attending my workshop on Saturday, you're not going to have to pay the $10. Okay, I got it covered. Don't worry about it. But other than that, yeah, just $10 to help the organizers out with the venue cost. All right, next. What do we got? What do I think about spoofing? I don't really have. It depends on the spoofing. Um, yeah, spoofing exists in all markets. Yeah, it's a thing in traditional markets too. So my only problem with spoofing is that if it happens so fast by a bot with without any chance of executing the trade. Now I have no problem with spoofing if the order sits on the books for a couple of seconds for it to actually execute. The only problem that I have with spoofing is when it flashes things in the order book so quickly that it's impossible to actually call the person's bluff on the trade. If you are faking if you're like showing, you know, if you're putting stuff on the order book you don't intend to execute, but it's there long enough to have a chance at execution, and then you take it off the market, that's just smart trading. I just don't like it when bots do it so quickly. The trades are unexecutable. As long as those trades are executable, it's perfectly fine. It's a strategy to trick people into having them pretend. It's kind of like you telling the poker table what your hand is, but they don't actually know. Tone, you never gave a final verdict or thoughts on Tony Robbins. You're right, I didn't. And every time it's just now is not the time because I have like maybe 10 more minutes and I gotta start packing for tomorrow. So you know what? I'm gonna be home most of the summer. I'll have more time to do these like, you know, random podcasts, you know. Um I'll do more, you know, lifestyle with Tone Vase podcasts. Next. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Digibyte all had coinciding nines on the daily chart on Sunday. Any opinions? I mean, no, it's the same. I mean, I don't know what the Digibyte chart looks like. I mean, again, Digibyte is a piece of nothing, piece of garbage, totally useless. Um, Last time I looked at it was in September 22nd. Really? Yes, it's been a while since I looked at Digibyte. Yeah, look, it's got like the code from like 3 generations ago. Jesus. Yeah, let me get the new code up. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, I mean it pumped against Bitcoin and it's time for it to go down. You know, you had a couple of 13s that called it nicely, never got to the sequential 13. And yeah, like I said, I haven't looked at Digibyte since September. No 9 up there, but it got an aggressive. Yeah, I mean, no opinion. No opinion on Digibyte. I gave an Ethereum opinion yesterday. I'm sure nothing's changed. Yeah, here's yesterday's Ethereum chart. Last saved yesterday. Still has the old code as well. Let me change that. Yeah, I mean, get out of Ethereum, right? I mean, that's what the chart's telling me. You're about to get a death cross. You just had a big run up off the aggressive 13 into a 9. And time to get out. Just take your profits. It's been a good bounce. We can throw some Fibonacci's on this. See what it looks like. Man. All right, so let's grab the Fibonacci's. All right, so that's the Fibonacci's if I use the intra candle highs and lows. And And there it is. That's the lowest one. So we're not even near 38. The other option is not to use the intraday, but to use the end of day close. And then I guess I need to use the end of day close on the other side. Gets us a little bit closer, but not by much. So yeah, so we're not even able to get anywhere near the 38% Fibonacci. So the move is even weaker. I mean, you get this, you're pulled right into the death cross. You can't ask for a better probabilistic shorting opportunity of Ethereum. So, trade wisely. Next, what do we got? Look, guys, these nines signify momentum is running out. There's nothing magical here, right? So it's no surprise that a bunch of cryptos hit a 9 together because a bunch of cryptos were going up together. All right, next. What do we got? Can you talk about the backup plan if Bitcoin fails and you have to do something else? Well, I have a few, right? I mean, I can convert my YouTube channel into traditional trading channel, do the same stuff, only market pulse, which I haven't done in like a month. I feel like crap, actually. I got to enter my trades this week, and I haven't looked at traditional markets in weeks, if not a month. So that really, really sucks. And I really don't want to stay up all night catching up. So I don't know when I'm actually going to catch up. So I can transition to doing the same thing in traditional markets and make a name as a technical analyst there. Now, keep in mind, if I actually continue to call the price of Bitcoin to go down and the price of Bitcoin continues to go down, and I'm right in calling the price of Bitcoin, I will immediately pick up infinite amount of viewers of the same thing in traditional markets, where I will attempt to piss off the rest of the gold bucks by continuously saying that gold's going to go down. Guys, the market doesn't do what I tell it to do. I mean, that's completely ridiculous, right? I mean, if people think that I actually have some kind of an influence on the price of Bitcoin, that's insane, okay? I have about as much influence on the price of Bitcoin as I do on the price of oil, okay? It doesn't work that way. That's not how markets work, okay? You think people like Novogratz or, Jack Dorsey of Twitter or, the billionaires that are like now getting into Bitcoin, do you think they care what my opinion is? They don't. They really, really don't. They're busy. They're actually busy. All right. So yeah, so that's one option. I may just give it a break. I may just start my hedge fund and get out of the public life. I have enough returns. What do you call it? I have enough proof of historical returns that I can get institutional money to manage their money. Assuming I even want to manage institutional money, I might just manage my own money and my friends and family money. And this way, and avoid a lot of paperwork and regulation. Just open up a family office instead of an actual fund. Or I'll continue to travel and do, diet, exercise, and food and cooking videos, right? I'll be the next Anthony Bourdain on YouTube, right? So I'll do that. Those are my options. I don't know what I hope you guys have backup plans. I sure do. Next. Oh, no, neither one of my miners is running. It was a complete fail today. So at this point, I don't have any miners running because the problem was the reason why I couldn't get my new miner to run is because you need new firmware on the controller. Like the miner goes into the controller in order to connect with the mining pools and stuff. So the controller cannot support a 7 series and an 8 series. So I attempted to update the SIM card inside the controller, which is just the Raspberry Pi. I control, not SIM card, sorry, the SD card. So I attempted to update the firmware on the SD card, and now my the Raspberry Pi is not recognized by my router, so I could not access the the admin panel of the, I mean, it took me forever to get into my router settings for reasons I don't want to get into. Then it took me a little while to figure out how to get to the Raspberry Pi settings to connect to the pool. Then it took me a little while to figure out how to update the firmware on the Raspberry Pi. And either I screwed up updating the firmware or whatever. So now I can't get back into the Raspberry Pi settings. So that means I can't actually connect my miner to a pool. And now I'm traveling for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And then I come home in May. And eventually I'll get back to the trailer. But the amount of time and energy I've spent getting these miners to run is completely not worth it. Like, I don't know how people mine. I have no idea. But like I've always said at conferences that, hey, I see a future where the average person is mining to support the network. I'm backing away from that comment. I mean, I don't consider myself a total idiot. I consider myself like partially an idiot in some of these things. Like, I think that setting up a Bitcoin node is a royal pain in the ass, and setting up a miner is a royal pain in the ass times 100. So I actually don't want to do it again. And I don't want people to know where I live. And I sure as hell ain't going to give people, remote access to my computers to set it up for me. So maybe sometime in the middle of the summer, my 2 Avalon miners will no longer be paperweights, and I will actually have them running. But at the moment, I am just very, very frustrated, spending my entire day in sub-zero temperature trying to get this thing together, and it did not work. All right, next question. And I have free electricity there. That's the crazy part. Next. Can you once and for all talk about linear versus non-linear charts? Confused what to use? The answer is yes. You should be confused, and I can't help you. I also get confused, and you have to look at both of them. I mean, there's nothing I can say, right? Assets aren't supposed to be this volatile, and it's not supposed to make a difference, but it does. So I tend to use log charts only because they're easier to read. I mean, if your chart is unreadable, then you can't really use it. So I've been drawing my trend lines and alternating between linear and log, and I don't know. I really don't know. If you find a really good article that explains it from like a professional, I'd love to read it, because honestly, I pay attention to both now. Because of Bitcoin, I never really cared prior to Bitcoin. Next. Oh, have I seen like Bitcoin and Ethereum both hit 9s? Yeah, I'm sure it's happened before. It's just momentum. Just means momentum is running out. New York Attorney General letters sent to the 13 exchanges. 35% or so of customers of Binance are US. Bitfinex, OKX, BitMax. What are the threats of this? Any thoughts? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what kind of jurisdiction the New York Attorney General has over Binance or BitMax. I mean, Bitfinex is different, right? Bitfinex actually takes in fiat, US fiat. I don't know what Binance does. OKX is out of China, I believe. I think. I have no idea. Or Korea. And BitMax is Bitcoin only. There's no fiat in Bitcoin, right? So, there's no fiat in BitMax. So I don't know, and they have nothing to do with the US. So how is that any different than him sending a letter to like a poker site that doesn't touch US dollars? So I don't know what jurisdiction they can possibly have. I just don't. So I have no idea. I have no idea what the outcome could be. Next. We just busted out of a multi-month downtrend from all-time highs. No, we haven't. Where are you seeing this? Is there any bullish case to be made for this? No, I don't see any bullish case here. I don't see it. Guys, if I saw a bullish case, I would be bullish. Like, It's not a conspiracy theory that Tone Vase wants to lose all of his savings. That's not a conspiracy, right? If I saw a bullish case, I would present the bullish case. I was presenting a bullish case left, right, and center right here, right at this resistance. I did say look for a 1 to 4 day correction and then look for new all-time highs. The 1 to 4 day correction turned into a freaking monster, so I changed that to we're bearish now, right? If I saw any glimpse of bullish hope, I would say so. The moment I see glimpse of bullishness, I will tell you. There was no glimpse of bullishness here when the short squeeze came. Sure, you can say, well, if you had your trend line drawn and you had your combo 13, you could have called for bullishness, but you would have been guessing. I would have been guessing. The moment I see a bullish case, I'll let you all know. Like, I would love to be calling for Bitcoin new all-time highs. It's good for my business. It's good for my net worth. It's good for everything, you know? It's good. I don't have to like dodge my friends' text messages because a couple of my friends bought Bitcoin from me near the highs. Trust me, I'm not like happy that Bitcoin's going down. I'm just calling it like I see it. If you don't like it, don't listen. Next. So the biggest way in which my indicator is different than traditional is I do not require a price flip as a prerequisite to begin a countdown. That's pretty much the biggest thing. Other than that, it's the way I trade it. The way I trade it and the way I learned how to trade it is different than the way, Tom DeMark himself advocates how to trade it. So just because, person X invented an indicator, it doesn't mean you have to trade it the way they say. Just because John Bollinger invented Bollinger Bands and has an idea of how to trade the Bollinger Bands doesn't mean that you yourself can't come up with a unique way to trade the Bollinger Bands that John Bollinger might think you're an idiot, but you're making money. So there you go. Next. Hey, thank you for the super chat donation. Tone, can you look at XRP on a 1 day and 3 candlesticks? Okay. Is 3 candlesticks 3 days? And try to explain that. Because I'm seeing 3-day candlesticks being stronger. I don't know. I'll take a look. What do I have on the XRP side? I have it on BitMax. I don't know why it's called BTC USD. H is March. I think that contract's already over. Oh, this is also on BitMax, probably. You know what? Yeah, see, when you like change the ticker, you change the. I'll just look at it on Kraken. No, I don't know where best to look at some of this stuff. All right, here's XRP on Kraken on the 4-hour. I don't see anything useful. Let's go to daily. Well, daily is on a 9. It bounced, near a 9. Helped you on the short trade. Told you to take profit near the bottom. It had the death cross, but you see the death cross. Look how far away the price was when the death cross happened. This is why you never short off the death cross. Now, if the price did this a week earlier and you had this candle touching into the death cross, that's a beautiful shorting opportunity. I mean, look, you're being rejected by the 50-day moving average. You're coming in off the top. God knows where the hell the top is. Always nice to see a 9 right here. Certainly should have helped you. Let me do this. What am I looking at? Oh, it's in dollars. It's not even in Bitcoin terms. Again, you had a 9 right at the top, 1 day off. I don't really want to see it in dollar terms. I want to see it in Bitcoin terms. I guess we can do Binance. No, I'm gonna do Bittrex. I still think Bittrex has better. Oh yeah, there it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. You hit a 9 right there on the daily. On a beautiful doji. Man. Damn. Set if you had your alarm set to that, that was like ridiculous amount of money we made shorting Ripple. Yeah, we're above the moving averages here. You're still coming off a 9. I mean, it's not the kind of 9 I would scream short on, only because the 4 gave you the high, and now it's way too many chances to get out at the top. So this 9 can really go either way. I probably didn't even talk about the title of this video. You wanted me to look at 3-day candles? How do you even make a 3-day candle? All right, there's a 3-day candle. Yeah, you got a 9 at the low. That was a buying opportunity. Was there a 9 at the high on a 3-day candle? There was. Look at that. Beautiful. Nice. Nice. 3-day look. Look at this. Boom. Sell. Short somewhere in here. Boom. Take profit off the short. You can even try to go long, but it never triggered long. 2 never went above the 1. 3 never went above the 2. And lots of shorting opportunities here. And then boom, you can buy or take your short profit off of the 9 doji at the low. That's nice. And now you got a 2 above a 1. So it's kind of bullish, but it's stuck under the 50 period moving average. So, I mean, a lot of this stuff is hindsight, right? I mean, I don't look at this stuff. I've never looked at it on 3-day before. You can look at it on weekly. Yeah. I mean, it's looking unfortunately bullish, but I mean, XRP's a scam, guys. Stop. Trade it, make Bitcoin, don't hold it. All right, next. Oh, so the title of my video says, do I think this is a 1 to 4 day correction or something bigger? I honestly think it's something bigger, but you don't need to deal with that now, right? You wait for the 4th candle and reevaluate. So for now, I'm still in a 1 to 4 candle correction with a high probability of going all the way to another 9. So let's see what happens. All right, next, what do we got? If you had to buy and hold a growth ETF or a value ETF for the next 40 years, which would you choose? I mean, you don't have to choose. You can do both, right? You can do both. I mean, I would just stick with the S&P 500, or I would stick with the Dow, or I would, go 50% S&P, 50% international, you don't have to choose. That's the beauty of it. Tone, can you draw one Fibonacci line live? Do you draw from the top to the bottom? Can you make videos explaining how to do this? I mean, yeah, I mean, you draw from the top to the bottom when you are looking at a high on the left and a low on the right. You draw from the low to the high, like here, right? Like if I was to draw Fibonacci right now, if I was to grab Fibonacci's, I would grab the low. Well, I guess that's the low. You can do a magnet, so you can, that's the low. That's the high. And you're already below that 23%, which I don't really care about. And the 38% is at 76.80. Now, the other option is not to use the low, but to use the closing low. There and there. And now you're at pretty much the same thing, 76.90. So it's up to you how you draw it. I usually use the wicks when the wicks actually had some kind of volume on them. And then also you can do your Fibonacci projections, right? In fact, this should be projecting. So here are some projections, right? So if we break below the low, that's your first projection. And if you double click on it, you can, put more projections in there. So it's up to you. It's your call. All right. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing complicated there. All right, next, what do we got? Man, talk about, I wanted to make this short. Oh yeah, no, I'm going at 10 p.m. I'm calling it, guys. It's like 9 more minutes. Tone, what is a family office? Can you explain this, and can anyone run one? Yeah, pretty much. There's limited paperwork in a family office because you're not taking client money, right? Like, you can trade your own money all you want. Your friend and family can also give you money to trade for them because they're your friends and family. So that's what a family office is. You just can't handle other people's money, because when you handle other people's money, it comes with, a bunch of paperwork and regulation. But a family office removes you from the paperwork of managing other people's money. I don't know that much about it because I haven't set one up yet, but one of my friends is putting it together for me, so we'll see what happens. He knows how to trade options too. Are you presenting at Hackers Congress? It's sold out in like record time. I didn't know it was sold out yet. Last I heard, half the tickets were gone in the first 3 days, and that was yesterday. So it's possible that it's sold out in 4 or 5 days, which would suck for everyone that wanted to go. But yes, I am going to speak at Hackers Congress, and I will do my workshop in Prague as well that week. But that's in October, so it's haven't thought about it yet. Does anyone pay for porn? Yeah, I think people still pay for porn. You almost want to pay for porn, because when you don't pay for porn, that's how your computer gets a lot of viruses and your wife finds out that you're looking at a lot of porn. So when you pay for porn, you're basically paying for some privacy. Well, it depends how you pay, right? I mean, if you pay with a credit card, you potentially giving up privacy. But the idea is, you get what you pay for, right? In anything. So you don't have to pay for porn. There's plenty of free websites for you. But I don't know what Verge is. And if Pornhub partner with Verge, then Pornhub are idiots. I mean, what do you want me to say, right? I mean, they're people at Pornhub are experts in porn streaming. They're not exactly experts at blockchains. So the fact that they partner with Verge probably means you should be shorting Pornhub on the stock market instead of buying Verge. Guys, you have to understand where the stupid is and where smart people are. So when you see a company like IBM doing the dumbest things in the world with blockchain, it doesn't mean to buy Ripple because they partner with Ripple. It means to short IBM stock because they're idiots. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. Right, Bitcoin with Backpage actually mattered. Verge and Pornhub is going to be a disaster. We can take a look at Verge. Speaking of Backpage, actually, I heard the CEO got arrested again or something. I need to look into that. What's Verge? VRG? No, XVG, whatever. When did the news broke? I mean, this doesn't look very useful. I mean, did the news break here or did the news break up there? I mean, remember, if the news broke in this vicinity and it pumped into the news and then it fell, that means that it's bullshit. That means that people just wanted to profit from insider information and you got fooled. That's all it means, really. I have never used Coinigy, so I have no idea if it's better, worse, or what it even is. I've never been to the Coinigy website. I've never used it. I've been using TradingView since early 2014, and I've never even been to the Coinigy site. Tone, when you consider doing on the record or some type of debate with Andy Hoffman about gold manipulation, I already did, guys. I already did. It's on the web. Just, there is such a thing called Google. Tone, vase, gold, manipulation. Just Google it. Right there. Crypto scam number 7 featuring Andy Hoffman about gold manipulation. Come on, guys. Can we please start Googling first and asking questions after? I'll even click on it for you. There it is. There it is. There's Andy Hoffman. Check it out. Next. If everyone trades the same indicator, would it no longer be effective? Everyone will not trade the same indicator. Guys, everyone is calling bullshit on this 9 when I said it's over. Like, everyone is calling bullshit on this. Everyone thinks we're going to the moon. Very few people trade, and you can't get everybody to trade. You can't get 5 people in a room to agree on what to eat. Do you really think everyone's going to trade the same indicator? Come on. Stop. When am I going to take a vacation? I don't know. I got to chill with Van Zen again, even though we were streaming like every day. I don't know when I'm going to take a vacation. Well, I can't afford a vacation right now. I need Bitcoin to go back to 20,000. But you know what? When we finally crush Bcash and when Bitcoin is back to new all-time highs, I will take an extended vacation. I really thought that once we got the user-activated soft fork, I can relax, but Bcash, there's always something. There's always something. But thank you. I do need a vacation. I don't know. Maybe Leah and I will go hike the Appalachian Trail or something. I don't know. We'll see. Though I will probably die. She'll be fine. Yeah. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I don't know how many people I have right now. I have about 800 live viewers. A little later than usual. It's almost 10 p.m. I might take a little break, and then I got to pack for my flight to Toronto. Once again, if you like my work and you want to support my work, please check out the affiliate and referral section of my website. Lots of cool discounts here, and this is how you can support the continued effort for me to make more videos. I am 50-50 on tomorrow's morning brief because I kind of have a flight in the morning. So we will see what we can do. And maybe I'll try to do it from the airport or something, but I'm not really getting to the airport early because of, anyway, long story. So we'll see. I'll try and bring you some kind of video tomorrow, but I can't guarantee it. So we'll all be surprised tomorrow how it goes. And that's it. All right. I will stop screen share. Thank you, Mike, for putting my questions together for me. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on my YouTube channel soon. Bye, guys.